Alright guys, so today, it actually started yesterday, but today was the Transformers portion of Hasbro's big online PulseCon. It's funny, they even mentioned HasCon that happened like 3 years ago, and yeah, nothing came out of HasCon, even when there wasn't a huge going on in the world. But anyways, this video is going to be kind of unscripted, off the cuff, no bullet points, no nothing going by, because I just want to get this out there sometime today and not have it take 3 days for me to write, record, edit, all that stuff. So anyways, we started off with the Transformers media panel, whatever it's called, the entertainment media panel, with a couple of the people that work on the War For Cybertron trilogy cartoon. Pretty snorefest. I did not like the Siege cartoon. I thought it was really terrible. And I also watched the Rooster Teeth. I think Rooster Teeth had some kind of their own online convention where they had more of these people who worked on that show, and it was just ridiculous. Like, they had the comments locked off to their first members, their subscribers to their website. So of course they're all going to pat them on the back, tell them they did such a great job, when really that show just really sucked. So, no wonder we're going to probably get more of the same. So yeah, the panel during Hasbro's thing on the War For Cybertron Earthrise chapter of the trilogy was pretty big snorefest. We did get a trailer at the end. So from what we know of Earthrise, it looks like it's going to be Alita, Jetfire, Red Alert, all those guys still on Cybertron, fighting off Megatron and his Decepticons. Meanwhile, Optimus and the rest of the Autobots are going to be going through space, looking for the Allspark. Apparently they're going to be visiting some planets. We do get a shot of some of the new, and they're really pumping these guys up, the new mercenary third faction, as they're calling it. So we get a shot of Bug Bite. We see Exhaust, Double Dealer. Looks like the Cone Heads are actually part of the mercenaries and not part of like the regular Decepticons. So I guess that's different. We see some weird ship that looks like it's going through a space bridge, and then we get a shot of the Quintesson or Quintessons in shadow, in heavy shadow, which again, if you watched the Rooster Teeth panel where they showed some of the concept art and some of the early renders and stuff that they had, I personally think that some of the early animation and stuff looked better than the final product. Like, Megatron looked more like Megatron, and you can actually see him. He isn't just a big shadow. But anyways, that was Earthrise. Just garbage. Totally just worth skipping over. So the next part, I believe, if I can remember it in order, because it's kind of a big blur now, was the Transformers Kingdom reveals, which we should all be looking forward to, because it finally means some Beast Wars. Finally. So I believe the first image they started off here with was this beautiful illustration of a lot of different Beast Wars and G1 characters all fighting each other. It really reminds me of like the old IDW, The Gathering, and the Ascending images. It really looks like one of those old school posters or something. It is interesting that we see some characters on here that were not fully revealed during this panel. So just to quickly go through them, starting off from the left, we have Cyclonus, we have Black Arachnia, we have what looks like Soundwave at the side there, kind of clipped off. Also looks like we have Gears, I think, in the back there. And it looks like Scorponok's claw, and I think his leg there beside him, also kind of cropped out of the picture. Now we do know from the poster that Scorponok is in the poster, but they officially haven't said that we are getting a Scorponok figure. So I think this is pretty good evidence that we are getting a new Scorponok figure, which I am very much looking forward to. Scorponok's original figure didn't really match exactly what he was in the show. It was, it was one of those first season toys that were kind of close, but not really. But anyways, moving on, we have Polar Claw down here in the corner. Now, Polar Claw was one of my favorite toys in Beast Wars growing up. So I really hope that we get a new Polar Claw toy. I hope that's what this means of having him here. Now down beside him here we have one of the new fossilizers that was revealed. I forget what their name is, but it's kind of like a little dinosaur, kind of raptorish kind of thing. I forget what it's called. And beside him looks like another fossilizer. This one looks to be kind of like a alligator, which we haven't seen anything about that one either. So I don't know if it's just something for this illustration or if we are actually getting a kind of alligator fossilizer. So moving our way back up to the top, we have, of course, Megatron here, and we have Galvatron above him. Of course, we know that we're getting a Galvatron figure. It's been heavily rumored, but we still have not actually seen, we have not seen any pictures of Galvatron. Then, of course, we got Wheeljack and Starscream. Probably just their Earthrise figures, although it is rumored that we're getting a Starscream figure in this line, so I don't know what it's going to be. Starscream here just kind of looks like regular G1 Starscream, so could just be the Earthrise figure. Next, we have this bird. And for a second, I was very excited because I thought we were getting a Magnaboss figure. But no, this is actually a falcon, not an eagle, which means we are getting an Airazor figure. Or at least Airazor is in the art here. And I think Airazor is in the poster. I'm not sure. I'd have to go double check. But that would be awesome too, to get a new Airazor figure. I believe we are getting a Tigatron as well. So it would be nice to have Airazor and Tigatron in the same line. Getting new figures, more accurate to what they looked like on the show, or just, new figures. It's all good. And then, of course, we have Arcee, and I'm going to skip over this big guy and save him for last. Then down here, we have what looks like another fossilizer, and I believe this is the Triceratops, or kind of Triceratops-like fossilizer that has been rumored. Then, of course, we got Warpath. We have Optimus Primal wearing fossilizer armor, but I'm not sure which one. I don't think it's the Triceratops guy. It almost indicates that he is, but I don't think it is. It doesn't look like one that's been revealed, but anyways, continuing on, you can see Inferno in the background there. Obviously G1 Inferno, not Beast Wars Inferno. It'd be awesome to have a new Beast Wars Inferno toy. Then, of course, we got Rat Trap down there. We have Huffer, who I think has been rumored, but we haven't actually seen a toy of him or anything. So this is our first viewing of Huffer in Kingdom. Then, of course, we have Optimus Prime. We have Ultra Magnus, a very G1 looking Ultra Magnus. And it is rumored that we're supposed to get a new Ultra Magnus figure in this line, although some reports are saying that it's just a repack of the Siege Ultra Magnus, and some are saying that it's a new one, so we'll have to wait and see. Then, of course, we got Waspinator. Have we seen Waspinator? I'm not sure. I don't think we have. They would have to do something really special in order to make something better than the old Generations one. But anyways, Waspinator is fighting Trax, funnily enough. And, of course, it is rumored that we are getting a new Trax toy, so this is probably our first look at him as well. And then finally we have Cheetor, and above Cheetor looks like Rhinox flying out of the sky, which is a little weird. Some of these characters are kind of flying even though they aren't really characters that are supposed to fly. But yeah, it would be awesome if we get a new Rhinox toy too, even though the Generations toy is pretty good. I'd be hard pressed to come up with a better Rhinox toy than that. But anyways, that is that little piece of art. Again, I really hope we get a Polar Claw, because I do love Polar Claw. I do wish he was in the show and stuff. So for actual toy reveals, again, a lot of this stuff we've seen. We've seen Black Arachnia, we've seen Cheetor. They did reveal a new little Optimus Legends class figure, but we've had Legends class Optimus Primes before. We saw Cyclonus. We saw Megatron, who we saw revealed earlier this week. My only complaint about him is that I don't think his T-Rex head looks like his T-Rex head in the show. I believe they mentioned something about purposely making them look like real-life T-Rexes or animals, which, we've learned since, Jurassic Park and stuff that, T-Rexes and other dinosaurs didn't look like they did in Jurassic Park. They had like feathers and stuff, but oh well. But I believe our first new reveal, and I'm surprised we got any new reveals with all the leaks, was Optimus Primal. Yes, the big bot himself, the boss monkey. In robot mode, he looks pretty good. The only trouble I have with him is in his beast mode. His beast mode, again, he doesn't look like Optimus Primal does in the show. He just kind of looks like a regular gorilla. And they even point out the fact that he can stand up, which was something that Optimus Primal did in the show, which apparently regular gorillas don't really do. Or maybe they can do, but they just don't do it often. I don't know. I remember something about the way Optimus Primal was able to walk around like a human. Wasn't exactly true to actual gorillas. But anyways, he just doesn't look right. He does not look like Optimus did in the show. He has this weird fur apron kind of flap covering his front junk area, because I don't know, I guess they didn't want to sculpt a gorilla crotch or something. I do like that he has all his weapons, other than the mace, of course. No, you gotta buy another figure to get that, but that's fine. He didn't have that in the show. It's just a nice bonus if you buy the other figures. But yeah, he has his swords, he has his shoulder cannons, which look kind of puny on here. I do wish they were a little bigger. And he has his arm blasters. Although, again, I wish they were a little different. I think they'd look better if the fur part could flip over and reveal the gun completely. But anyways, he'll probably be staying in robot mode anyways, so it's not too bad. He looks like a good updated Optimus first season that actually turns into a gorilla, unlike the Power of the Primes little Optimus that could only turn into a skateboard or combine with his armor to make himself Optimal Optimus. And I think the only other beast-related reveal we got here was Vertebrake, which was the character I couldn't think of the name of in the artwork. He looks like a little kind of chicken dinosaur thing. I think they said he was called a Dracosaur or something like that. I mean, he looks alright. He kind of reminds me of some other Beast Wars figures. I think namely maybe Iguanus or something. He definitely looks like one of those little basic flip changer figures from the first line of Beast Wars. So I'll probably pick him up along with all the other Beast related figures in this line. But yeah, I think that is it as I'm scrolling through everything. Yeah, I think that's all we have for the Beast reveals in this Kingdom presentation. They said they're going to come with some kind of golden disc card where you gotta peel something off the card to reveal their fate or something. So, I don't know, I don't like that. I don't like the destructive nature of how you have to peel apart the card in order to, I don't know, see what's behind it or something. I don't know, I don't like that. I do like that they actually acknowledge the golden discs, so at least that's something. I think it would have been better if each figure came with the golden disc or something. Oh wait, I totally forgot that we have to go back to that artwork, because that was where they revealed the robot mode of the upcoming Titan class, the Ark. So here it is, the Ark in robot mode. And as was teased by a certain someone, it is basically the last Autobot. His face looks very much like the last Autobot, and yeah, he turns into the Ark. You can see all the Ark's big engine things on his legs there. And yeah, I kind of wish it was actually an Ark playset, but oh well. On the plus side, we're finally getting the last Autobot. So I think that was it for the Kingdom part of the panel before they transitioned to the Prime 10th anniversary. And as we saw from leaks earlier this week, they confirmed that we are getting Breakdown and Jet Viacon, but they also added that we are also getting a reissue of Japan's version of Prime Megatron, which had some fancy chrome and stuff, and came with two minicons, one that turned into his fusion cannon, and one that was a bat that turned into basically a pair of wings or a scythe for him. These are great. I would definitely pick them up if they weren't Hasbro Pulse exclusives. And yeah, even though I live in Canada and I could technically buy these from Hasbro Pulse, the shipping from Hasbro is ridiculous. I do not know what they are thinking. So I am not even going to try to get these from Hasbro. My only hope is that maybe EB Games or somebody like that will have them locally here. But yeah, I am not holding out too much hope to be able to get these guys. We then transitioned into the Transformers Red line as they revealed Prime Arcee, who looks okay. I don't know. She looks very, gummy. Like the plastic just looks like very soft and malleable and stuff. Like it doesn't look like hard plastic, you know? It looks like it's very like bendy and stuff. Cheap. She does come with, all the accessories that you'd think that she should come with. She comes with her 2 blasters and her 2 blade weapons. I don't think they got the colors right on her. It's hard to tell with these promotion images. And the in-hand images, or the in-hand sample that the guy was holding, had like gold paint on her head instead of where she would normally have like the silver or pink. Because, I don't know, for some reason in the cartoon sometimes those pieces of her head were silver and sometimes they were pink. So, yeah, I don't know why they were gold on his piece, and here it's hard to tell, but they look red? Or maybe gold. I don't know, it's hard to tell because of the lighting and stuff. So yeah, honestly, I would say just pick up the regular Prime Arcee. Like, she was already a really good figure. Like, okay, she might have had like a little kibble, but I don't know, I'd rather pick up a transforming Transformer than one that doesn't. And also related to Kingdom, we have Beast Wars Cheetor, who looks equally okay. His paint does look better than Arcee's. He at least has some metallic paint on him, unlike Arcee, who I think really should have some metal paint on her, especially the blue. But yeah, Cheetor here looks okay other than the face. Like, the face just looks off. It doesn't look like the youthful Cheetor. But other than that, he comes with his one gun. Yeah, that's weird. I just realized he only comes with his one gun. He doesn't come with his tail gun. I think that this one here is supposed to be based on his gut gun, but it doesn't have the gut detailing on it. Yeah, that's weird. I just realized that. But again, this will probably be a pass for me. I do like that he comes with some Energon crystals, but they're purple Energon. Wasn't the Energon in the show more of a blue? They're kind of a transparent blue, right? So I don't know where they're getting this dark Energon looking Energon crystals here. Oh yeah, apparently these two, Cheetor and Arcee, have this, I guess, gimmick where you can pull off their chest and there's like robot detailing underneath, which for one thing, I was a little afraid that when they pulled off Arcee's chest, there was going to be, some nicey style ornamentations, shall we say, underneath. Kind of like, the old Transmetal 2 Black Arachnia, how you could basically take off her bra and stuff. So I thought they were going to do something like that with Arcee, but thankfully they did not. Or I'm sure some people would have liked that. But yeah, so you can take off their chest pieces to reveal their transformation cogs or something? Really? I thought they would have gone with, like, take off their chest and you can see their spark instead. Like, I think that would have made more sense. Maybe they could have, instead of having that little peg, they could have made it like a much wider peg, but inside would be like a little spark crystal, kind of like, some of the later Beast Wars figures and Beast Machines figures, how you could like reveal their spark and stuff. I think that would have been way more interesting and cooler instead of you just have like you rip off the front of their chest and there's like a peg hole. And it's like, oh, that's the transformation. It's like, no, that's not the transformation thing because they don't transform. So yeah, I think my idea is way cooler, but that's just me. I don't know. Take my idea if you want, Hasbro. You know, just send me some free figures or something. Come on. Then, of course, they announced the Transformers Hall of Fame winners, which I did not realize that the voting for this was so short. Otherwise, I would have voted, because I did not actually vote. But the winner for the Toy of the Year was Commander-class Skylynx, which is very weird. I would have thought that Scorponok would have won. That seems very, very odd to me. I don't know why Skylynx won. Yeah. And then the robot character, or the prime robot character of the year, was Knockout. So there we go. I called it Knockout. Well, who else are you gonna pick? Like, obviously, like I said in my previous video, you know, I do like Prime Arcee. Prime Ratchet is, you know, a great Ratchet. Probably the best Ratchet we've had. There's Bulkhead, but I think animated Bulkhead might be better than Prime Bulkhead. Megatron's great. Prime's good. Like, a lot of the characters in Prime are very good. I don't know how you'd put it. Like, staple, like, these, like, this is how you do this character. But just Knockout was that original character that stood out from the rest, and fans really like him, and he should be in more stuff. So he very much deserves being the Prime character of the year. Although it's weird that he's the Prime character of the year and Prime was like 10 years ago. But there hasn't been a new Prime toy in literally years. But anyways. And finally, we have the human inductee, the only human inductee this year, being Greg Berger, the voice of Grimlock, Jetfire, who's one of my favorites, so many others, Outback, can't think of them all. My phone has gone to sleep. Long Haul, that's the other one, Long Haul. Yeah, and, you know, Greg Berger, being Greg Berger, he's always so grateful to the fans and the franchise. He just loves Grimlock, he loves Transformers. You know, the guy is super, super humble, and, you know, he definitely deserves it. Again, I'm surprised that he was not already in the Hall of Fame. I could have sworn he was. Maybe it was him accepting for Grimlock. That is probably what I'm thinking of. Because Grimlock's got to be in the Hall of Fame. He has to, right? Yeah. I can't check right now, but I am 99% sure that Grimlock is in the Hall of Fame and Greg Berger accepted for him. Yes, I'm saying it right now. And finally, they concluded the Transformers section of this Hasbro PulseCon with a hour-long interview with Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, the voices of Optimus Prime and Megatron in G1, Prime, most of the movies, well, all the movies for Peter Cullen, and I think maybe one or two for, well, he was Galvatron in one movie, and then he was back to Megatron. I don't know. It's the Bay movies. I don't know. What do you expect? But yeah, it was great to hear from Peter and Frank again. You know, awesome guys. I would just tack on the entire interview here if I thought I could get away with it. But yeah, I definitely try and see if you can find a VOD of it. If not, maybe I'll post something up later if nobody else does, because I did record all of it, I believe, when my computer didn't die. So yeah, that was it from the Hasbro PulseCon, at least as far as Transformers go. I'm sure it's probably going on now. I think they're doing a Ghostbusters panel or something. So that is it. I am very much looking forward to the Kingdom line. I am probably going to buy all the Beast Wars related figures, even the ones like the Fossilizers who were not technically Beast Wars original figures, but they're Beast Wars original figures now. And I don't know, I kind of like the idea of Fossilizers. I think they could be like their own faction, you know. Speaking of like mercenaries and third factions and stuff, like that would be cool. It'd be kind of like the Beast Wars mutants, except, you know, they can still transform, but they're just bones. So that would be That would be an interesting third faction. But anyways, yeah. And it's funny, they said that this is only the first wave of Beast Wars Kingdom lines. So we do have much more to come. And we do know some of the characters that we are getting, or at least have some indication from that artwork. So yeah, that's probably the thing I'm most looking forward to out of this Hasbro PulseCon. But anyways, before I go on too long, because I do want to get this video out there, and I've already been recording for over half an hour, I'm going to definitely have to edit some of this stuff down. Let me know what you guys thought of this PulseCon. Did you watch it? Did you forget about it? Did you not even know that it was a thing today? Because, I don't know, I never saw any advertisement for it at all. Hasbro did a very poor job publicizing their own online convention. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that fun stuff. And I'll see you back here for more Transformers news, reviews, all that fun stuff. See you guys then.